I'm Ann Eller, host of Meet Me at the Diner. Julia Childs said, training and technique, a generous personality, and the ability to invent make a great chef. And ergo the recipe for an extraordinary radio show. Start with a heaping cup of politics, some from the left, some from the right, and a pinch down the middle.
Congressman Mick Mulvaney, they're thinking about trying to open up the Hale mine.
The short story is this, if a politician can give a short story. Not only do they want to open the mine, but they want to open an assay lab. It would be the first major assay lab open on the East Coast, has the potential to make South Carolina the center of any new gold rush on the East Coast.
So, yes, I'm sorry, Joe. Gracie gets a little upset when you start talking about Obamacare and stuff like that.
I think Gracie's being very perceptive, so this is good.
Congressman Mark Sanford, what are the biggest things that you have heard from your constituents?
Just that they're upset. They're like, y'all sound like a bunch of spoiled children up there. Y'all need to get along. I guess the old saying is, if you like sausage, don't watch it being made. I think the same is true of the political process.
Congressman Clyburn, are you looking at possibly being a college president or ambassador?
I don't think so. I really gave serious consideration a few years ago to that college presidency bit, but that's an itch that left me some time ago.
Community involvement is the next ingredient in a successful local radio show. My ability to stir the causes gets our listeners involved in our community.
But being a foster parent, it's not easy.
It's not easy, but the foster parents that I've talked to, they'll tell you there is some really bad days, but good days outweigh the bad days.
It's the first time I've heard of an event happening.
Yes, I was in the Make-A-Wish office. She was a little anxious about, how much money we could raise, and she said, well, they were just happy to get the exposure in this area.
AJ, when you had the opportunity to make a wish, what did you want to do?
I really wanted to do something that the whole family could do, so I decided to go to Disney World.
Can you be an angel this holiday season and adopt our littlest angels?
Meet some wild women out there, Hilton?
There were a lot of them. Anytime you have an army base nearby, you have wild women.
Now, what kind of conditions did you have when you were a POW, Hilton?
No food, no bath.
For how many days did you have no food?
92. I lost 62 pounds.
Hilton L. Dodgen, thank you for your service to our country as a World War II veteran and POW.
Thank you, and I do appreciate your comment very much.
Emerald says, bam! Spices are what is needed to set a recipe apart.
He is the legend of Mick Dodds on Nat Geo. I was looking over your favorite foods. Roadkill.
No, that's not really my favorite. My most favorite is chocolate chip cookies.
If you go to Colombia, it's like you have been to New York.
Will you go to New York City?
Yeah.
Wow. Let me tell you something. When you go to New York, it's more awesome than Columbia, South Carolina. What did you want to be when you grow up?
I wanted to be a pediatrician.
Okay, well, you're not. What happened?
My grandma was getting her stitches taken out, and I almost passed out, and it changed my life.
He is the man who has written the book, Staying Happy, Healthy, and Hot. Dick Summer, how you doing today?
I love the way you said hot. Could you say that for me again, please?
Hot.
Oh. You gave me a chill.
And we are here with Jane Herlong.
But I think there's a little honey boo-boo in all of us. We just don't want to admit it. We all just want to do something and not care what people think. Like, that's why I love to travel and fly. You sit by perfect strangers.
You'll never see them again.
Oh, no, and they tell you stuff, and finally you end up saying, well, Lord, I wouldn't have said that. But
now
they'll
you're
tell
sitting
you.
there going, oh my God, this is great material.
I'm Peggy, Ann's partner on the morning show, and I have the privilege of announcing the secret ingredient is Ann Eller herself. Martha says that's a good thing. When Ann interviews, it's a great thing. Her appetizing shows are so savory. The craving to be informed is always satisfied. Yum.
What about Mike Rogers stepping down?
I was surprised.
He wants to be a radio host, though, a national radio host.
Let me tell you right now, there's no room for him in South Carolina. That market's closed off.
It is?
Yes, by you.
Thank you, Congressman Gowdy.